Well, Baker received a tip, which is believed to be from a gang member's girlfriend, or perhaps from a disgruntled brother-in-law.
What?
That said John would come up the coast on the Dixie Highway to rob a bank in Jacksonville.
Anybody. He shouldn't have talked to nobody.
Well, Sheriff Baker knows he's about to rob a bank and coming up on the coast in Jacksonville. Baker arranged an ambush at the bridge over the St. Sebastian River at Roseland, which blocked the road with a chain with a red lantern across the bridge.
What? Okay.
So, a chain had a red lantern hanging off, said basically stop, right? Red is stop.
Right. Well, this very bridge was out of his jurisdiction.
Baker's jurisdiction, yes.
So the operation was overseen by Sheriff J.R. Merritt of St. Lucie County, along with his 3 deputies.
3 deputies.
1 hour later.
1 hour later.
John was spotted in his car. He came up on the chained-off bridge and was forced to stop. The official version states that the deputies came up from behind and forced everyone out of the car.
Okay, which sounds likely.
They lined up the men beside the car and searched it and found guns.
Okay.
Well, just then, John Ashley pulled a gun, and the deputies immediately started shooting, killing John and his 3 partners. That's what the original statement says.
There goes Johnny Boy, either or.
Right.
But there are at least the 2 other versions of what actually happened. In the first one, 2 witnesses stated they saw the deputies approach the car, and when the officers ordered them to leave the scene, meaning the guys who were the witnesses, they said that John and his men were in handcuffs at the time. The police denied this, despite there being marks on the men consistent that are left by handcuffs. But they say that is from the coroner examining the bodies. The coroner's jury agreed with that explanation that the police gave. So there's marks on these guys' wrists, consistent with being in handcuffs. There's witnesses that say that these guys were in handcuffs, but the coroner's jury agreed with the explanation that why would there be marks on the wrist from the coroner examining the bodies? What was he doing? Tying the arms up and right? I mean, that sounds like
if you're tying the arms,
that sounds stupid.
You have to do it pretty tight and pretty fucking aggressive
to make marks that are still there.
Right.
I mean, come on. Well, there is one other theory, though.
These guys were executed.
There's one other theory.
Okay, what is it? Well, the other theory was presented in 1996, and it was a book called Florida's Ashley Gang by Ada Coates Williams.
Okay.
Well, the book is thought to be closer to what actually happened.
All right. So there's a consensus here, at least.
1950s, an unidentified deputy told her that John was cuffed and made a sudden move forward, and the deputies opened fire, which makes sense. He made her promise to not release this information until all the deputies involved had been dead. They passed away, gone.
Right, died, gone.
Right. However, when the incident took place, most of the poor crackers thought John was executed by the cops as a form of frontier's justice.
Obviously.
Like, hey, guess what? This is what happened, bitches. Right?
That's probably what happened. They were in handcuffs.
Right.
And then John probably
the crowd's there, and everybody's like,
no, there's no crowd because those other guys left.
Right.
And but John probably lunged forward and did something stupid, and the fucking sheriff's opened fire.
That's what they needed.
I don't think it was an outright.
That's all they needed.
I don't think it was an outright
murder. I think it was a murder.
Execution, though.
They're just waiting.
Because
why would they?
It's not like he was shot in the back of the head.
Don't matter.
It's not like he was shot in the back of the head.
Back then, a dude's in handcuffs. They're not going to shoot you.
Are you serious?
No, you're in
handcuffs.
Of course they would. What are you going to do to the guy?
He lunged forward towards him.
So
they probably were like, this guy's a dangerous motherfucker. He's already killed deputies and done all the...
He's got his handcuffs on his back.
You got to remember.
He's got his handcuffs on his back.
This guy's escaped jail 3 times. So,
so
this guy's already got this reputation, and now he's already killed a couple of deputies. He's already done a lot of stuff along the law. And then now he's lunging towards somebody. Lunging. It doesn't matter. He's lunging towards somebody.
With his hands behind his back tied.
But does that mean it's 1920s?
There's 3 cops standing there.
It's the 1920s.
It don't matter.
It's the 1920s.
There's nobody but 3 cops and him standing there. You're going to tell me that a guy with his hand tied behind his back and he lunged towards one other person that the other 2 guys can't easily grab him?
Of course they could. Of course they could, but what's easier? What's easier, grabbing him and fighting with him or shooting him?
And you can either shoot the cop, too.
How? He didn't have a gun.
If he's going to be lunging towards him, he's going to be next to the cop, so you got to wait. Why don't you just grab the motherfucking guy?
Well,